I'm Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Cosplay, and tonight we are watching with you guys Better Call Saul if you're in trouble.
Episode 5 of Season 1, Alpine Shepherd Boy.
Oh, what happened last episode?
Last episode, Saul went on a war against, what's his name? Dude that works for, at his brother's firm or something. Hamlin? I don't remember, but anyway, he bought a suit just like he owns, same tie, same everything. Even
same board.
Yeah, same board. He even photoshopped the same haircut, and obviously the guy did not let that slide. He was saying that it was not property theft, but marketing ideas theft or something. So as Saul was supposed to take it down, he kind of created a scheme to be seen as the hero of the town and kind of do a little marketing on his own. He pulled a scam with a guy who pretended to fall off the Stein, and he went up there and saved him. Seems good. I mean, it's a scam, but seems good and it's working. But then the guy at the firm knows it's a scam, and Chuck saw the headline on the papers, so he probably knows that Saul is up to something not good.
Yeah, and you kind of defined for us what was going on with Jimmy's brother, Chuck.
We don't...
He feels pain through electricity.
Yeah, something like that. And I'm like, is that really a thing? Like, truly? So people do feel that? I mean, I want to learn more about his condition. I want to see what the hell is going on with Chuck. So, what? Yeah, our cat is playing with our lamp right there. There's a... Don't pay attention. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into episode 5 and see if Chuck does anything about what he just figured out.
Oh.
Let's go.
You got 10 seconds to open this door or it's coming down. You hear me?
Yeah.
Final warning.
Okay, I'll let you in, but you have to leave your electronic devices outside. No phones, no walkie-talkies, no flashlights. Definitely no tasers. I can't emphasize that enough. Deal? Look, I'll give the paper back. Look.
How did they know each other?
I think you are just the lawyer I need. Because I got me a case.
You called him?
Major, I say a major case.
A big case for him? He's got the money to pay for sure.
I'm all ears. I want to secede from the United States. I got 1,100 acres of property here. Self-sustaining with solar power and wells. A sovereign state immune to the business-killing regulations of the country in which it geographically lies. We are going to be America's Vatican City.
Ricky?
Oopsie.
I'm your man. Yeah, let's do this.
Can you do anything
No,
about
it's not going
this?
to be easy, sir. I mean, the government is going to fight us tooth and nail. We could end up in the Supreme Court. I'm talking thousands of man-hours. I mean, years of effort.
Are you ready for that?
Me?
Can you pay?
I say bring them on.
Let's talk turkey. What's your rate?
$450 an hour.
The hell with hourly. I want you on retainer. How about 1 million even?
That seems fair.
Would you like that in cash?
Oh my god! Oh, definitely. I usually take checks, but cash is good too. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Ugh.
Tax-free and backed by the full faith and credit of the sovereign Sandia Republic.
It's not a thing yet, dude!
It's
worth nothing! Oh my god.
Here we are. And patent law is something you...
Oh, yeah. In fact, I do so many patent cases, I should probably just go ahead and specialize already. So what do we got?
You ready?
Is it another basket case? Something crazy?
I may have seen one of these before.
Not like this. This one has this little unit I've added. This is my invention. My wife and I have 2 boys, 4 and 6. And let me tell you, toilet training them, nightmare. So I wired a motion sensor to a voice chip and, well, no sense getting all technical, but it's all about positive reinforcement. Meet Tony the Toilet Buddy.
Oh, yeah, that's the way. Gosh, you're big. You're so big. My goodness, look at you. Fill me up, Chandler. Put it in me.
Chandler's
Oh my
youngest. Loves it.
It's a little sexual, maybe?
I created this for children.
Yeah.
Children, understand?
Well, hey, Viagra was originally invented to treat hypertension. Well, look how that turned out.
You're completely disgusting, you know that?
Hey, buddy, you're the one with the sex toilet.
Get off my property!
Hey, you know what? I hope you do make a fortune, because Chandler's going to need it to help pay for his therapy.
Yeah. I sure hope he gets one case that's not completely crazy.
Please.
Even though that's
Well-
based off a scam.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got a future in elder law.
You think I can handle all that glamour?
No, I'm serious. I've thought about getting into elder law myself. I watched my grandmother at the end. It's awful what people have to deal with. Insurance companies, my scumbag cousin stealing her savings and her pain meds. Getting old sucks. Seniors need someone on their side.
There is no little lesser case. It's about helping people.
It's Howard.
Okay, what the hell happened to him? Why is he here?
Apparently it started when Charles stole his neighbor's newspaper. What?
He never leaves the house.
I don't have all the details, but the police found him in a very agitated state. In my opinion, Charles should be committed for 30 days of psychiatric observation. As a family member, you can submit a petition for him to be evaluated.
I'd rather not. Hey, buddy. Hey, right here. Oh, hey, Chuck.
Excuse me. How are you feeling now, Mr. McGill?
Do you have a phone or a page or anything with a battery?
I don't think so. Babe.
He's allergic to electricity?
Oversight. Sorry about that.
People are allergic to light.
Can you tell me a little more about your situation?
Electromagnetic hypersensitivity. For reasons unknown, my nervous system has become sensitized to certain frequencies of electromagnetic radiation.
When did you first experience these symptoms?
Must have been,
You left the office 18 months ago.
well, in that case, must have been almost 2 years.
2 years.
Anyone who spent more than a few minutes with me knows that this isn't some kind of delusion. Wouldn't you agree, Kim?
Of course she does.
But I'm not a doctor.
You've known me for the better part of a decade. Have you ever seen me exhibit any sign whatsoever of mental illness? See? If I thought for 1 second you could cure me, believe me, I'd jump at the chance. But with all due respect, psychiatry doesn't have the answers.
I'd very much like to try.
Section 43, 111, Part E3. The proposed commitment is consistent with the treatment needs of the client and with the least drastic means principle.
She's like a street lawyer.
Your frustration.
Yeah.
I do. What do you do for light? How do you prepare food?
I use white gas lanterns. For cooking, I have a camp stove.
Oh, she's
I have a large
testing.
cooler I keep filled with ice. It's not ideal, but I make do. I want to go home.
It's worse, actually. And he knows it.
That
But
was a dirty trick.
That wasn't a trick, it was a demonstration. This allergy to electricity isn't real. It's a manifestation of something deeper.
I'm not saying it's 100% real, okay? But Chuck is smarter than you and me put together. So we're not talking him out of this. And I'm not sending him to a
mental
rubber
illness
room.
doesn't mean
No
you're
one is talking
stupid.
about rubber rooms. There are specialists who
He's
will
seen
be...
specialists, okay? The best doctors from here to Denver. None of them help. Not one.
So you're ready to give up?
Who's given up, huh?
Mabel.
He's contributing to...
It's almost like he's feeding the delusion.
Yeah.
He can get that. You have the power to help your brother. Truly help him.
Yeah, we might see that as betrayal.
Ignoring this won't make it go away.
Untie him. I'm getting him out of here. Whenever you think I've done something wrong, something questionable, you get worse.
I didn't get sick because I read about you in the paper. I got sick because I went out of my house to retrieve the paper. If you want to advertise, that's your business.
Business being the operative word there, Chuck, because I have gotten business off of this. Legit business. Wills, trusts. I'm kind of starting to specialize in elder law.
Elder law.
The things the elderly have to deal with. I mean, I'm a good lawyer. I just needed some razzmatazz, you know, to get the ball rolling. Some showmanship. That's all it was. It's done now. It's over.
All right.
From here on out, I'm going to play by the rules.
As any lawyer should.
Exactly. Slippin' Jimmy, he's back in Cicero, dead and buried.
No one believes that.
Believes him.
I'm sure the truth will come out.
Do you think he developed a condition based on his brother's behavior?
I know everybody in this
Based
court
on
has
it?
strong
Yeah.
feelings
I
about
don't know.
Nicholas Barrett's
It's a mental
past.
condition, so there's
I
a lot
submit
of
he
factors
is not on
involved.
trial here for his
Single-breasted, light blue or cream. Blue.
Gotta make it a show. So he takes his cues out of TV shows and movies. Oh my god! Oh, that's good! Need a will? Call McGill.
James McGill, attorney at law. How are you this fine morning?
I'm just fine, and how about you?
Very good. Play fair. No betting.
Exactly like
Wait a second, is that
the lawyer on
Veronica
TV,
Lake?
though.
What?
Blame me on it,
He looks exactly like the lawyer on TV.
Yeah, he was taking notes for that.
All right. You can have this as well. I'm doing elder law now. Need a will? Call McGill. So, give me a call.
Were
If
you saying I'm old?
If you happen to know any elders.
I don't think he will, but that would have been funny.
He's gonna handle business with him a little bit, so.
Yeah.
I think he's the father of the mother or the dad for his granddaughter. What? He's the grandpa.
Yeah.
But is it his daughter or his son that's the dad or mother of the granddaughter?
I think he had a daughter and he had a granddaughter.
So that would be his daughter?
I think, yeah.
I'm guessing this is not too long after what he did that got him out of the police force or something?
Probably not.
Or if it has been a couple years, maybe she's just not over it yet.
hesitate. I can't sleep nights.
I wanted to take some hot milk.
I guess I must be in love because I started.
Someone's outside. We're gonna see big old Mike.
Depends on who's at the door. Because he showed up at the door, at the house.
It's a long way from home, aren't you?
You and me both.
I recognize him. He talked to Maury when
It was him?
I think he's the same guy.
Maybe.
The one who called Hank after she got arrested for
Yeah, I know which guy
stealing.
you're talking about, but if it's him, he changed too much. I don't remember. Anyway, do you think that they're there because he showed up at the house? Maybe they have a restraining order or something?
Sorry, guys.
We've been like yawning since the beginning of the episode.
I think
I'm sorry.
yes. They showed at his house because he was directly in front of his daughter's house. Yeah.
You think? Okay. We will get to see more about his past. I'm really excited because Mike is a character we both really love in Breaking Bad. So, and we know what he did that got him out of the police force. I think he did say the right story, didn't lie or anything. So we know a bit about his past, but we don't know enough.
Unless he lied and it was his son-in-law who was beating up his own daughter. And
No, she's dead.
He took care of it.
She's dead. He killed her, so no. But
yeah, he wouldn't have to lie about that.
He wouldn't lie about the story. So I think that we still don't know enough. Like, we know the basics, but I want to get in the story. Just like with Saul, like, we get surprised when we see stuff that could have led to him becoming Saul Goodman. And I'm liking that we can, dissect his character and understand, like, his relationships, depending on, we didn't know he had a brother before, and now we're learning more about where he came from, how he grew up, what were his goals. So it's interesting, and if we can get that with Mike too, I'm gonna be really, really happy. So yeah, it's cool, and it's really nice that, just like in Breaking Bad, this might be the story of Saul, of Jimmy, just like it was the story of Walter, but they still permit us to go with Mike a little bit, just like we went with Jesse a lot in Breaking Bad.
True.
It might be the story of one man, but you can allow yourself to go with someone else here and there, especially since we know that these two characters are going to come back together eventually and work together. So this is cool, and this is going to make us understand more of the relationship. So then we can go back in Breaking Bad and see the scenes with these two and be like, oh my god, now I understand so much more.
It's nice that we kind of glimpse of what's going on with Jimmy's brother, Chuck. So it's not really a condition, but more of a mental...
It's a mental condition.
Mental condition, yeah.
I gotta say, for a guy like him who's so well respected, who's got his firm, he's got a career and stuff, I understand why he really hates the idea of being seen as a mentally ill. Like, who's gonna want to work with him after that? And Jimmy respects him a lot. He sees him. I don't know if he sees him as a role model, but he respects him enough to allow him to have this illusion. I think he knows that he's not really physically sick. Like, the look he gave the doctor, he's like, that's a low blow. I understand why you're doing this, but it's a low blow. But he plays along with the condition, which, it's keeping him happy, but it's not helping at all. Sadly, and it doesn't mean that he's saying, like, well, you're saying he's, this guy is more intelligent than all of us reunited. If you have a mental condition, it doesn't mean you're dumb.
No.
It's not about that.
A few of the most brilliant men on earth had a mental condition.
Holy shit, yeah.
Have you seen the movie A Genius Mind?
Yes.
Played by Russell Crowe?
The guy who got a Nobel Prize?
Yeah.
And he was schizophrenic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with how intelligent or how capable this brother is.
But it's changed how people are going to perceive you.
Especially if he's a big lawyer, his name is everywhere. So if he gets committed and it helps, forget that.
People
like,
are gonna say in court that guy cannot be trusted because he got a mental condition.
Yeah, so his career is gonna be over.
People are not condemned because they got mental condition in court. Sometimes
they're not gonna. They might not trust him enough, especially since people are afraid of mental conditions. So. When you say I'm mentally ill, people will automatically think things that they don't know. No, but the knowledge in this field is too little. People don't know what they're talking about, and they tend to react strongly, and they tend to be afraid. Like, who says he's not gonna attack me if I go to him with the watch or something? People will be saying shit about him, and I can understand why they don't want to say he has a mental condition, but not helping him is not the way to go either. Now, Jesse. Now, Jimmy, he's basically like, I don't think right now he's in the right state of mind to ever commit his brother. It's like they have this pact almost. Like it's almost like he promised him that he was going to take care of him. Or he promised to himself that he was never going to sell him out like that, because Chuck helped him out back in the day.
True. So
he's his brother. So out of respect, out of mutual love, and just out of brotherhood, he's gonna, keep looking after him. But it's taking a lot of his time. it's mentally, it's difficult and it's tiring for him to always take care of his brother, especially since he doesn't really listen when he tells him stuff.
True.
And you add to that the fact that it could be so easy to just cash him out of the company, but he won't do it. If he commits him, he can do it himself, which in his mind is the better thing to do. But right now he's just gonna say that to scare the other guy off, just because he wants to make his life miserable. But he's not actually gonna do it. Although I wonder if it's gonna change. I thought maybe Chuck was gonna do something about the scam, but apparently not. When he started talking, I thought for a second, do you understand what went on? Like, did you realize that what he did? And after that, I realized, okay, yeah, no, he does know that he scammed the people, but apparently it's not illegal. So to pretend to save someone, you're not gonna end up in jail, but it's still like he's going back to being Sleeping Jimmy, which is not something he enjoys.
He's thinking that his brother's condition might be related though to what he's doing.
He says that every time Chuck thinks that Jimmy is doing something bad, he gets worse. So I don't know why that would be. Like, maybe it depends on why he started having this condition to begin with. He says he has had it since 2 years ago.
18 months, yeah.
About 2 years, yeah, because it started before he left the company, and then after struggling with it a little bit, he probably left. So what happened 2 years ago? Did something trigger this? Maybe his condition is to make sure that Jimmy comes back and takes care of him. Maybe it's so he can depend on him. It might be,
maybe because he wants his brother to be responsible.
Yeah,
something?
maybe. I don't. We would have to see or hear more about this or how it started. But this could be a possibility, and it's not like he did not start this condition thinking, I want to make my brother more responsible. So condition. No, it's subconscious. It's not. You didn't know what was happening, but
I don't know what's wrong with me. I kept yawning.
I started yawning, and then you started yawning. It's we're not helping each other here.
Nope.
But I love that we're hearing more about this, because I had a lot of questions about this condition. I was surprised when he acted like he was really hurt, but the mind is terribly strong, and if you believe in something strong enough, yeah, you can feel pain. Your body's not hurting, but
yeah, but your nerve system is with your brain, basically. So
and I thought
when
they were in the hospital room, I was thinking when the doctor got close to him and he was like, "Do you have a pager or something on you?" And she looked and she found the pen. I was like, "Oh, maybe that's proof that he does have a condition, because maybe he can tell." If you have something on you, like, you're close to me right now and I feel not good, so that means you have something. And she's like, no, I don't have a... I mean, how could he tell? But then she did the thing with the bed, so that's proof enough. It's really sad, though, when someone like him, gets ill like this, and the people surrounding him are very capable people, and they pity him because they don't want him to go through this. But at the same time, if they don't help him out, he's gonna be miserable. So it's a harsh condition, and I understand Saul for not wanting to commit him, but at the same time, I want to see this objectively and say, at this rate, like, yes, it's a betrayal of your brother. Yes, it's going against his wishes. But then maybe he needs that. Maybe he needs someone to kick him in the ass once and just be like, right now you are not capable of making your own decisions. I will make them for you. Get better. And once you're better, then you can kick my ass all you want. So
I'm still a bit surprised about the lady who called the cops for our newspaper.
Well, I mean, she's his neighbor. Maybe she noticed some stuff. Maybe she thinks he's dangerous. And like I said, it's more the act that's disturbing than the actual thing she stole. And I mean, stealing is stealing. So he did leave a $5 bill, but it is its attitude, the fact that he was wearing a space blanket and just, he seemed out of it a little bit. Maybe that's just what scared her. And probably, stealing the paper was just the cause to send the police. And so there's that.
Officer, someone stole a leaf of my
property. Nah.
Could you arrest him, please?
Aside from that, I'm happy that Saul gets contracts. It's just sad that most of what he gets is crazy cases.
Or party crap, yeah.
Oh my god. That first guy trying to pay him with money is...
with his own face on it.
And he probably has money. Like, you saw his house. You saw, I mean, how he lives and stuff. He has the money. He's just illusioned that his project is going to work out. I mean, maybe it could, but it's not going to be possible till a few years at least. And Saul can't do this out of charity.
Yeah,
so,
no.
And then the other guy with the toilet. Oh my god, that was just so freaking dumb.
Anyway, this invention already has been done before. One with the voice recorder and the movement detection. That's not a new invention.
Yeah, but this particular device is supposed to help children potty train, basically. So it's specifically for that. It's just that what he says and what he recorded for the toilet, I mean, come on, man.
Oh my god, this one was big!
I could give it all. You give me all you got.
Stop it!
No, that was crazy. But then, I mean, I know right now he's kind of discouraged because he had the chance to maybe get a huge contract with the first guy and then an inventor, like that could be something huge. He wants to be recognized for his work, which is completely understandable. And then he gets to help out the elderly, and he thought at first that there's not enough glory in there. There's not enough recognition for it to be satisfying. But
the more older you get, the more people are going to try to scam you because they're going to think that you don't know better, and most of the time older people doesn't know better.
I think it's Kim, what she said, I think that helped him a lot. Like Kim saying that, I've been thinking about doing this, and her being a good lawyer too, her being his friend, and him caring about her, for her to say, I take this to heart, I like what you're doing, I think it's a good idea, I've been thinking of doing it as well. I think that's what he needed to be like, you know what, I could maybe specialize in this field.
I'm a bit sad though, because so far the only words that Jamie told people about what he's going to do is a bit of other people, like words by words. He told his brother what Kim told him.
Oh, and
yeah, most of the time it's not his own word. It's like
it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing, but it's
but he's not
his own person.
Yeah, but I mean, I tell you something that I find amazing, and you agree with me. It's not a bad thing that you take my words and then share them with someone else. It's just what she told him made sense, and he heard her. He thought it sounded nice, and he thought that, you know what, that makes sense. So he takes that. He tells it to his brother because I think he's trying to impress his brother, show him he can succeed. So to have Kim's approval of this, he knows that maybe his brother's gonna like that as well. Yeah, and I mean there is money to make in this field as well. I appreciate that he changes his hourly rate depending on who he's working with, although it's not very ethical. Like, keep your rate low if you want them to be low, and don't go higher and stuff, unless you become big. But then I appreciate a lawyer who has smaller fees for the smaller people who can't really afford to have the big time lawyers.
Yeah,
there's always gonna be people who need cheap lawyers. Cheap lawyers doesn't mean bad lawyer. Anyway, all right. Anything else? Nope. No. So we're moving on and seeing what happens with Mike. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's already on Patreon. The link is in the description.
Still not the trailer. If you want to watch it now, you go down there, you click, and you subscribe. Or you wait for the next one to be up on YouTube.
Yes.
Which will be soon.
Yeah, either on Wednesday or Friday.
Alright. See you there, guys.
Bye.